Okay you guys, so today I want to do a foundation review on the new E.L.F Camo CC Cream. This is the color correcting full coverage natural finish CC cream. So I'm super excited about this. I've heard a lot about it over YouTube and the beauty community is talking about this a lot, so I decided I want to try it out. For preference, I do have normal to combination skin, so I do get a little bit oily in my T-zone, and then the rest of my skin is just pretty much normal. This also has an SPF of 30, and I'm in the shade, hopefully, medium 33W. This is my tan color, so we'll see how this works. So on the E.L.F website, it says it's a medium to full coverage foundation with a natural finish. It has SPF 30. It is infused with hydrating and youth boosting ingredients to improve skin texture and tone. And it says it has collagen known to improve skin elasticity. It's 100% vegan. It has hyaluronic acid, which helps provide hydration by locking in moisture. And it also has niacinamide to help brighten and even out the tone. It says to apply using our E.L.F Complexion Duo brush, but I couldn't find the brush in my Target. I also got this at Target. I was like stalking Target, like in store. I could not find it. And then it was like on an end cap in my Target, so I was like, okay, so we're gonna do that. So it retails for $14, which for E.L.F, that is pretty high up there. Usually their stuff's like around like, you know, $3 to $10 spectrum, but $14, I mean, if it's a good foundation or a CC cream, then I think that's worth it. So yeah, I'm going to prime my skin. So I'm using the E.L.F Poreless Putty Primer. Excuse the nasty eyelash glue that is on this. So I don't know if I should prime like one side of my face and then do the other side, or just prime both sides. I don't know. I'm gonna prime both sides because this is a pore primer and I don't want it to look weird on my skin. So. And I really like this primer from E.L.F. It's pretty similar to like the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. If you want like an affordable dupe for it, I really like this one. So on one side of my face, I'm going to use the IT Cosmetics Love is the Foundation brush. I really like this brush because it's shaped like a heart, which I just think is so adorable. So I'm gonna use this on one side of my face, and then I'm gonna use the Real Technique sponge on the other half of my face, and we'll see which one I like the finish more of. So I really like the packaging because you do have a pump, which is really nice. And so far the consistency is pretty thick on the back of my hand. It's not like dripping down my hand or anything. So I'm just going to take some and just dot it on this side of my face. And it looks like a little bit goes a long way, so we'll see. Okay, so for this side of my face, I'm going to use the Real Technique sponge. And I'm just going to pat this in. Oh God, this looks pretty yellow. But we'll see how it blends. So I'm gonna zoom you in so you could see. So I don't know if this is my color. I do have fake tan on right now, and this is pulling really yellow on my skin, but hopefully I can make it work with like my powder and my concealer. But you could still kind of see like my scarring peeking through. It's not like full coverage, but it did blend out really easily, and it didn't feel like hard to blend out or anything like that. So that is just one layer, and that's with the sponge. So let's go ahead and try the brush on the other side. Okay, so I can already tell I think I like the brush side better. I feel like it's blending a lot easier with the brush. Here is the brush side. I just feel like it glided on really nicely, and I really just patted it in. I didn't swirl. And that is the coverage I got. So here's the sponge and the brush. Weird because I normally prefer a sponge to apply my foundation, but for some reason I'm actually really liking the brush side. So I'm just going to do the brush side. So I think I'm just gonna add a little bit more coverage on the sponge side and see how it layers. So it really did layer really nicely with this second layer. Okay, so let me zoom you in so you could see. Ignore my ear. My ear looks so pale. Let me put some foundation on my ear. I just think it looks super natural and very smooth and like airbrush on the skin. It looks very, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like your skin, but like more hydrated and just more evened out. I feel like this is a really nice foundation or CC cream for like every day. As long as it stays like in put and it doesn't start to crease throughout the day, I feel like this is a really nice kind of everyday kind of CC cream foundation just to help even out your skin tone and just make your skin look a little bit better. So you could still see my scars just a little bit down here, like the darker ones, but I feel like if I really wanted to cover that up, I could just use a concealer. I don't have to keep going in with the foundation, but it did layer really nicely. I still think I prefer the brush side a lot more. I feel like it was easier to apply, and when I did go in with the sponge, it kind of soaked up a lot of the product. So I would recommend doing a brush with this type of foundation. But yeah, so far I think it looks really nice and really natural looking. The color is kind of throwing me off just because I feel like it's really yellow on my skin, but hopefully I can kind of fix that with the concealer and like my powders and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I will come back to show you how everything kind of applied and all that stuff. Okay, you guys, so I just finished the rest of my makeup, and so far everything went on really nice and smooth. I didn't have any patchiness or any weird like mixing happening at all. The blush, the highlight, the bronzer, everything went on really nice and smooth. I'll go ahead and zoom in for you guys so you could see. So yeah, I didn't have any weird mixing happening. I feel like everything went on really nice and smooth. So far, I really like it. I think it looks very nice and pretty. It doesn't look super cakey or anything like that. And I did set my face with the all-nighter setting spray. And then after I was done with my powders and everything, I did use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist just to kind of help everything blend a little bit better. But yeah, so far it feels really nice on the skin. It's very lightweight. I really don't feel it as much on the skin as I did in the beginning. I feel like if you do have oily skin, to definitely set it down because you will feel like the kind of thick texture that it has. But yeah, so far I'm really liking it. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the rest of my day. I have to go to the mall. I have to wear a face mask. So we'll see how this region holds up on this skin. But yeah. So I will check in with you guys later. So it's 3:20 right now. So I will go ahead and check in with you guys in hopefully like 8 hours or so. I feel like that's a good time to see how the foundation held up and everything. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Okay guys, so it is now 9:30 at night. Ooh. There we go. And this is what the makeup looks like. I did not touch up my makeup at all throughout the day. I kind of just let it do its thing. I didn't do anything. I didn't even touch it. So this is basically what it looks like. The only thing I did touch up is my lipstick because that was like gone within 2 seconds because I had to wear a mask and I kind of just blotted it off. But yeah, other than that, this is how the foundation looks. Let me go ahead and zoom in for you guys. So you could see I did kind of get a little bit of a smile line right there, but I mean, it's nothing compared to what I normally have at the end of the day, because my smile lines can be very, very like prominent, and like that's a deal breaker for me when it comes to foundation. I hate when it settles in my smile lines. My forehead looks like I just did it pretty much. Like it looks the exact same. The only thing is like my eyebrow kind of smudged a little bit. But yeah, everything pretty much looks the exact same except kind of like this area, which doesn't even look that bad, because I mean, I did have to have a mask on today. It did kind of like come off a little bit around my nose here. You can kind of see redness and it's clinging. Looks a little cakey right here on the side of my nose. My chin is not oily. I'm not oily like at all, which is very weird. And I can actually like touch my face and it doesn't feel sticky or like it's coming off, or I've had my makeup on for too long, because you guys know that feeling like when you've had your makeup on for a really long time and then you start to just feel like you just want to take it off. It legit feels like I have like nothing on my face right now. Like I can go like this and it doesn't feel like I have foundation on. But yeah, everything pretty much looks the same. My blush, my highlight, everything is still on. The only area that really did kind of smudge off and kind of look patchy is the tip of my nose and around my nose, and then my lip area. But other than that, everything else looks really, really nice. So that's what it looks like after, oh God, I don't even know what the check-in time was, like 2:50, almost 3 p.m. So I've had the foundation on for almost 6.5 hours, which I think is like a good amount of time. Like six to 8 hours is a good amount of time to see how long a foundation lasts throughout the day, because that's typically somebody's like school day or work day. So yeah, for 6.5 hours, I really do think it looks very nice and doesn't look cakey, doesn't look like, you know, it just looks really nice. I would definitely wear this again, that's for sure. I do want to go back and see if I can find another color like that's not so yellow, but if not, I could just mix it with other foundations that I have. But I really, really do love this CC cream. I highly recommend it, especially if you have oily skin, because it's really hard to find CC creams, especially at the drugstore, that target oily skin, because they're more hydrating and they're more like for dry skin. This one has just enough like hydration as it does like mattifying. So I think it's like the best of both worlds. I think that if you have dry skin, you would like this, and if you have oily skin, you will definitely like this. But yeah, I highly recommend this for everybody, every skin type. I think you guys would really like it. I like it even better than the It Cosmetics CC cream. So if you guys haven't tried that one before, I feel like it's too dewy for me because of my oily skin. So I kind of prefer the oil controlling one. But this one I think is just perfect all around, and it really does make your skin just look like your skin, but better and just more evened out and like kind of porcelain looking, like your pores don't look huge. But yeah, I did use that E.L.F putty primer underneath, just because I always use a primer underneath, but I feel like with this one you probably don't even need a primer. I think you could just put this on, just make sure you have like a nice moisturizer on underneath, and you should be good to go. But yeah, those are my final thoughts on this foundation. I highly recommend it. I think you guys should definitely check it out. It's gonna be probably like my new go-to everyday kind of foundation, especially if you are wearing masks, because I've noticed that this one did not come off on the mask as much as like other foundations do. So I think it's perfect for like an everyday type of wear. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below, as well as click the bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. But other than that, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!